There's a pavilion up here. Way over there. Way over there. Used to be Millerstown Pool. Used to go there when I was a kid to swim. That's where I actually learned how to swim. This amphitheater. Oh, you can actually drive down here? Oh, from up there. Okay, you can actually drive down here, and the path starts here. But let's go over here. It says Breyer Ice Cream Company, Millerstown, PA. Built by Pennsylvania Boiler Works, Erie, PA. Current property known as Perry Pallet, located across the Juniata River, was once occupied by the Philadelphia firm, Breyer Ice Cream Company. The Breyer operation began in Thompsontown, moving to Millerstown, and then opening their first plant on the Ward Farm in February 15, 1926. In 1942, they opened a new plant directly across the road, now known as Perry Pallets. This new plant was responsible for manufacturing of condensed milk, buying the raw milk from local farmers and shipping the condensed milk products by rail to Philadelphia and Long Island, New York. Ice was also manufactured at this site for cooling the boxcars to keep the condensed milk cold when shipping by rail. This ice was also supplied to the local haulers to keep their raw milk cold while delivering it to the local plant. The Millerstown Breyer plant continued operation until March 1966. This former Breyer site was purchased by John Reisinger at auction to operate a sawmill. Clyde B. Smith II was asked to disassemble the plant in order to expand the sawmill operations. Clyde removed the scrap metal from the plant between the years of 1974 and 1975. Clyde decided to not sell the sign for scrap. It was donated to the Millerstown Community Park in March of 2012. The historic sign was restored by Gary Cooper, Newport, and reassembled here by stone masons Dennis Comp. And very lightly, there are pictures here, but they are so light because of being out in the sun, you can't see them. But I don't know if you can see that building there. This here. Nothing on this side. But up there is the Millerstown Mews. That was moved from the center of town. I have no idea what year, but they moved up on that hill and made that building. Come on. This is the Juniata River. Looks to me like they had a walk down here because there's the start line. I'm guessing they couldn't get through that because it's still standing. They made the cut through it, but couldn't get the whole way through it.
Fairy house.
Oh, look at that. Little gnome house. And a little bird for the kids.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, and then there's Christmas lights.
Oh, I'm precious.
Oh, look, walk up this way. I'm guessing they probably had this decorated. You could walk this. Oh, that's what they probably did. That's why there's a start. You could walk it. There's some gnomes up on top here. Look at here. A village. Yeah, I need to get some type of waist belt and then get some, and then I can, see here's a swing. And sit down and If I'm not correct, the pallet company, Breyer Pallet Company, used to be over on that side, right over there. And let's see, this one's, oh, and then there's a finish. Wow, there to there, finish. Presented by Jim and Cindy Roush in honor of their children and grandchildren, which I went to school with Marissa Roush and Yvette Roush. I would have graduated with Marissa. Yvette was a year ahead. Very beautiful out today. Yesterday was not so. In memory of Elmer McGowan by his loving family. Gnomes. Gnomes! There are gnomes in these trees. Donated by Susan K. Reeder in loving memory of Wayne L. Reeder. And there's you can play horseshoes, this pavilion. Dog owners must be under control at all times. That means you got to be on a leash. Nice playground. This one says MCSI Pavilion, Scout Pavilion. And they donated by Bark of the Town, Millerstown, PA. That's right in the center of town. And, they cut the doggies half. Bark of the Town. Another horseshoe pit. You can take a lower road or you can take the upper road. And there is an upper road that goes up on the berm where the canal used to run through. In loving memory of Charles and Betty Byrne, donated by Jim and Donna Wright. Oh, that was probably for lights. Sid Espel, donated by Glenn and Betty Beaver. You want me to take them a bit?
Yeah, okay. It's not full now.
Well, when they get tired, they... Look, another gnome. Oh, there's an egg in there, too. Now, like you see this outcropping where these rocks are? What they used to do back in the day, according to my grandfather, they used to run them the whole way across the stream and funnel the eels and the fish that came in from the ocean to basically take them to market and sell them. In memory of Palmer J. Dietz, 11 May 1920, September 30th, 2010, from his loving wife Josephine. In memory of our loving Aunt Josephine Diaz, 7/21/1927 to 1/20/2016. Come down here to this one. They did a lot of construction here, and that says Ray Sabercole. In memory of Ray Pee Wee Sabercole by his loving wife, Mid, Mike, Darlene, Teresa Reese, and Greg Grubb, Whedon, grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. Anyway, look at this fire pit. They actually have a fire pit. This fire pit has been lovingly donated for the enjoyment of others by H. Ray Wirtz, family of Newport, and Austral International South Central PA Incorporated. Stonemasonry by Denny Comp, 2016. And it says, Gnome Home, designed, built, donated by Steve Marion and Marion Hoke, August. Oh, look there, gnomes. but somebody covered it up so it wouldn't get damaged. Let's see here. Some firewood. So I guess you could come down here on a day or a night and park and have a little fire and cook hot dogs. That says Todd C. Black Pavilion. I had a Mr. Black in high school. Now, speaking of this is where one of the locks for the canal on this side for the Millerstown side, where it let water in and out of the canal. That's a nice bridge they built. We'll come back and we'll go up there. Alright, let me... Rocky keeps... So, if you can see, there is, right there in that crevice, that's where the canal, it used to run over here. So where you see that up on top, that used to be part of the canal. That's probably what that's saying up top. But we will find out. But right there where those rocks are, that's the lock where we used to fill. And you can probably see that little dam type thing. That was where they let water in and out of this so the canal could go back and forth. They actually built the sewer plant there. So this comes over to a park. So you can play baseball. And it looks pretty over here. Okay. You can see the path a lot of people have taken along that bank line. And especially under, it follows the creek. Those two getting tired yet? Usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes to get them played out. What I'm walking on here used to be one probably where they used to have the mules. They had the mules up on top of the berm while it pulled the heavy load. This seat says, "In loving memory of Steve J. Willow by Cara Willow Eckenrode." What I thought. Millerstown, the canal era. Millerstown, founded in 1790. The first borough in Perry County, has long served as a transportation hub. From the time of the settlement, river art and flatboats navigated the Juniata River as early as 1822. Stage road, called a turnpike, ran north and south through the town, linking Clark's Ferry with Lewistown. Another road, east to west, enabled wagons to deliver the abundant harvest of Phelps's and Raccoon Valley to market. In April of 1827, the Pennsylvania legislature voted funding to extend the eastern section of the main line canal from Clark's Ferry to Millerstown, adding another mode of transportation for the town. This entire line entered service November 1829 when a celebratory canal boat loaded with elected officials journeyed via canal to Newport. In 1830, the first boat built west of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, was launched in a gala ceremony at Millerstown on July 4th. With the coming of the canal, markets expanded for local produce and commodities. Cheaper and heavier goods could be obtained by Millerstown businesses. Coal, important to the local iron furnace and tannery, traveled from the anthracite fields by canal boat, which would have been up our way from the Lichens area, which would have been trucked down to the boat, to the canal there, and then it would have went down to Clark's Ferry and then back up this way. But anyway, a boat dock located approximately 2 blocks north of the square provided residents easy access to grocery boats where buying and selling grain, hay, chicken, eggs, and butter occurred. With both a canal and a turnpike, numerous hotels welcomed visitors for a night's rest. Rope ferry, an engineered marvel, about 2 miles below Millerstown, geographically dictated the canal boats had to cross from one side of the river to the other. They were pulled by an ingenious engineering device, an endless rope tow, which hooked to the boats. And that's what's pictured here. They were to have enough water for the boats. The river was dammed at the North Island, creating an 8-foot slack water pool. After crossing the river in this pool, westbound boats continued north through Millerstown, then westward to Lewistown. Ultimately, at Hollidaysburg, they were taken over the mountain on a rail lift and put back into the water for the final leg to Pittsburgh. In 1849, the Pennsylvania Railroad reached Millerstown and substantially eroded canal transportation. By the end of the 19th century, the canal era finally closed. In the 1960, a 4-lane highway was built directly on top of the canal, bypassed Millerstown. Remnants of the canal can still be seen just south of Millerstown, along with the remains of the stone abutment of an aqueduct in the Burroughs River Park. Okay, here is the pulley system. Millerstown Rope, looking east, showing the endless pulley system that took boats across the Juniata River. 1877, map of Millerstown with the arrows pointing to the boat docks just north of Greenwood Street. Thomas Diffender, blacksmith shop and home along the canal next to the Juniata River Bridge. And then the eastern side of the rope ferry, showing the 2 lift locks and a boat arriving from the Newport side of the river. Look at that. And here's the little, you can go ahead and scan that and you'll get more on the canals. But right through there, right through those trees there, ran the canal. And it came across here, which were on top of one of the berms. And then it just followed straight that way